The winey smell of vinegar, the hot sizzling of frying chips, of ice cream cornets are redolent of youth in the Dublin suburbs. Ray wings, cod and whiting, fried by Italians for Irish Friday fare, handed over the counters by dark-skinned men and women, the first touch of foreignness to most of us. The Italians are by far the biggest foreign community in this country.
It was after the Second World War when Italians started to arrive here in Ireland in their droves, and takeaways, just like this one, started to spring up in towns and villages right across the country. But generations later, what's life like for the Italians living here in Ireland today? Well, we've come here to Main Street in Tallaght to meet one of them. We're sitting here in the back of Borza's chipper, and I'm with the boss lady. That sounds like a mob leader or something, Italian mob leader. It's Teresa Borza. Teresa, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
So Teresa, your dad came over in 1950. What brought him to Ireland?
He came from Mondatigo, Casalattigo. It's a little village up in the mountains. He came to work with his aunt in Newtonards, and then he met my mother here, who was from the same village, but they met, got married, and he opened a shop in Parnell Street. In 1959, moved to Churchtown, Borza Cafe in Braemar Road in Churchtown. They had 6 children, so we grew up. The girls went to Loreto Beaufort, the boys went to De La Salle.
Isn't it amazing that all the Italians that have come to Ireland, they're mainly from just a small group of villages in Italy? You think they'd be spread over the entire country?
No, they're all more or less, because it was what was called chain migration. Like my dad would have brought over his brothers and sisters, his parents, and my mum's parents came over, my mum's brother, my mum's sister. And then when they'd start up a shop, they would bring over cousins or somebody else. So that's kind of the way it went.
And so the chipper we're sitting in now here in Tallaght, it was the third one that your dad opened up?
Yes, yeah.
In the 1970s?
In the 70s. My brother and I run it, but when I say I, my husband really.
Okay.
He's a very hard worker.
But you're the main boss, Teresa. That's the sense I get now. You're the puppet master in here.
I don't know about that.
And Teresa, do you still enjoy it?
I do, yeah. I think it's just in my blood. I mean, I was born into the fish and chip business. I've never known anything else. Even though my children have gone to school, like my daughter's graduated in college, has tried working in other jobs, but I think they always fall back on the fish and chips.
Wow.
The new generation might integrate much better than we did. And probably the third generation, you might find what you say, the lawyers and the scholars, but not the first and the second.
We're here with Assunta. This is Teresa's daughter. Assunta, you must have great memories of growing up here in the chipper.
Oh, I do indeed. I was always involved, you know, even at a young age. My granddad used to take me to the fish market to buy the fish, you know, and it's very prominent memory.
And what was it like? Were you made to work from a young age behind the counter here?
I was definitely made muck in, you know, when I came home, even if it was just little jobs, but it was still, I still had to get the work ethic, you know.
And are you still involved in the business now? I know you have small children, so
yes,
it's harder.
I do. I'm still involved. I do most of the back office and accounts and stuff while my little kiddies are in creche, but I'm more of a full-time mum at the moment. But I mean, we're always here. I'm here every single day. I mean, if I don't come here, it's like something's missing in a part of the day.
What's all this about a fish and chips day?
Yes, there's Ithaca National Fish and Chips Day. It's on the 25th of May, and you get half-price fish and chips all day. Yes,
and Italian chippers all over the country.
All over the country.
Do you know about this? I didn't know about
once they have an Ithaca logo on the window.
Nice.
It's a great day though, and I love working that day. The buzz is just incredible.
Now look at that. There's some good chips right there. That's Gennaro just rinsing the grease off them, and I'm here with Alberto as well, who's third generation. Yeah. We're making some chips here to go with the fish, and you were telling me that there's a bit of an art to making the perfect chip.
When you have enough experience, you know, like there's like you have a mental time in your head, so you know sort of more or less when they're ready. And
so what goes into making the perfect chip?
Well, the color is a big tell. Like these would be pretty good.
So that chip is just after coming out.
It's like that golden colour, like.
Can I try it?
Yeah.
Okay. And you reckon this is good?
Yeah.
I can. It's going to be hot. Wow. Delicious. It's very, very hot. Do you consider yourself now Irish or Italian, a mix of both?
I'm Irish-Italian. I have an Irish passport and I have an Italian passport.
And you still go home a lot?
Yeah. Though
When I say
I call
home,
Ireland
Italy.
home. I mean, even though I've been going there all my life and I feel very much at home when I'm there. But I don't know, I just always saying going home to Ireland. I think Ireland is my home.
He looks battered.
He looks battered. It's amazing these people are still there. I just love that history of food.
And they have real chips.